And now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, The World's Gone Mad. Indeed, the world has gone so crazy that many people have decided not to procreate, like this young woman who simply can't bring herself to have a child in a world dominated by Donald Trump.
Last night, the conversation my fiance and I had before we went to bed was, if this happens, we won't be having kids. At least not in the next 4 years.
For other women, though, pregnancy in this modern world is fraught with all sorts of practical problems, such as trying to safely make your way down the subway steps when you're wearing high heels. Okay, and it's hardly surprising that men are more and more confused about who owns whose body parts, like a uterus, for example.
You don't have a uterus, you don't get to make a decision.
Did you just tell me I don't have a uterus?
It will never happen to you. It will never happen to you. Are you telling me that you have a uterus?
Well, you couldn't tell me I don't if I claimed it. My pronouns are uterus owner male.
My pronouns. For other women, a man's annual salary is the motivating factor in choosing their male partner for life, their soulmate. $500,000 US is the bare minimum, according to this young lass, as she thoughtfully explained.
Looking between 600,000 and 800,000. Obviously, more is good, but that's what I want to start with.
So 600 is your bare minimum, you said.
Well, maybe 500. I mean,
okay, we went down.
The cost of living in LA is so high. That,
it is.
And I really love to travel.
Okay, and you want to, like, a man to cover for this?
If he can, yeah. Because I bring feminine qualities. I can cook. I can give good back massages.
Sounds like a bargain. For other couples, the secret to a loving and fruitful and productive and fulfilling relationship is the generosity of the welfare state.
What do I do for work? I don't. I'm professionally disabled. And his job is
taking care of the professionally disabled.
He gets paid for taking care of me instead of doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be for real, sometimes taking care of you is a full-time job.
For others, fulfillment and a sense of well-being and personal satisfaction can be found in your choice of neo-pronouns.
First of all, I just want to say I do also use a standard set of pronouns. I use he, they, in addition to yeehaw. I think that if you're going to use neo-pronouns, you'll probably have a better experience in life if you pick at least one set of standard pronouns, even they, them.
Good tip, I'll remember that. And then there are, of course, the more solitary types, more at ease with the simple pleasures in life, such as enjoying by themselves a delicious, frothy cappuccino. Speaking of cappuccinos, it appears that imperialist, colonial, oppressive, coffee-making cartel known as Starbucks have started robbing baristas of, wait for it, their civil rights.
We just demand that Starbucks follow the law. They don't have the right to overthrow the National Labor Relations Act. They're imperiling every civil right that we have.
All their civil rights. Well, it turns out Starbucks have introduced a new dress code for their baristas, which came into effect last week. And now they have to wear, wait for it, a long-sleeved black shirt and either khaki, black or blue denim trousers. Oh, the horror, the inhumanity of it all. To the barricades, baristas, the revolution. Let's overthrow those evil coffee-making imperialist oppressors. Meanwhile, if revolution comes to Germany and you're unfortunate enough to be attacked by a vicious, knife-wielding young lass, you can always defend yourself with a pillow slip.
Und ich schlage zum Kopf. Ich treffe den Kopf und die Augen.
And here's another self-defense tip. If you're worried about rogue washing machines, why not arm yourself with a bow and arrow tipped with a homemade spiked hand grenade? Never fails.
A bunch of spikes on an M67
frag grenade.
Still not as dangerous as asking your best friend of 14 years who they voted for and getting the wrong answer.
I just texted my best friend of 14 years. Literally half of my life. I'm 28. And I asked them who they voted for. They said Donald Trump. And they said, I'm assuming you voted the opposite. And I said, yes. And then my friend texted me and said, will you still be my friend?
What's a friendship of 14 years? Yes, we're over 4 months into Donald Trump's presidency. Is that all it's been? And still the TDS virus holds many people in its fervent grip.
Can you tell us about your sign today?
It's pretty self-explanatory, no?
What inspired you to bring that out here today?
Fascism.
Ah, yes, those numbers, 8647. That's the new code for bumping off Donald Trump, apparently. It seems some TDS loonies in this bonkers world can think about little else.
Hey, MAGA, is he dead yet? That's the only thing, the only conversation that I want to have with you, whether or not he's dead yet.
She seems nice. TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, of course, doesn't discriminate. It can infect the wealthy and the privileged along with everybody else, such as once iconic but now seriously depleted rock stars and movie stars like Bruce Springsteen and Robert De Niro, both of whom appear as increasingly doddery as their hero Joe Biden.
A majority of our elected representatives have failed to protect the American people from the abuses of an unfit president and a rogue government.
Yeah. Yes, TDS karma strikes again. And as for Robert De Niro,
America's Philistine president has had himself appointed head of one of our premier cultural institutions.
You talking to me? You talking to me, Bob? You talking to me? Other fading celebrities also appear to be suffering the well-known effects of incurable TDS, which include, well, here's the Go-Go's guitarist with her F Trump guitar. Ooh, not quite how I remember it.